You all know the drill by this stage. This video is not made for kids. It's for adults to enjoy as well. Do you hear that, YouTube? But with that said, I wish you all a Merry Christmas, and please enjoy the fucking video.
Thomas and the Missing Christmas Tree. Written by Christopher Audrey. Every Christmas, there is a carol concert on the island of Sodor. The town band plays and lots of people come to sing carols around the Christmas tree. Afterwards, there is always a special treat for the children. And this year, the Fat Controller wants the party to be an extra special celebration. It was 2 days before the carol concert. The Fat Controller was very busy giving orders for everywhere to be scrubbed and polished, ready for the special night. The engines were all very excited. They had been helping with the preparations, and now Henry, Gordon and Thomas were waiting at the station for the Fat Controller to give them their final orders.
You all have jobs to do. Henry, you are in charge of getting the cards, letters, and parcels. Gordon, you will bring the mayor. And Thomas, you will have the most important job. I want you to fetch the Christmas tree. Doc will look after Annie and Clarabelle until you get back.
Thomas beamed with pride.
Yes, sir. Will we be able to sing the carols too?
We'll see.
That night, the other engines sulked in their shed.
Why should Thomas go? He can't do anything a splendid green engine like me couldn't do.
Nor me. Anyone would think he was special or something.
But Thomas didn't care what they said. He had been picked for the most important job.
You're only jealous.
And he shut his eyes and went to sleep. Next morning, Thomas set off to fetch the Christmas tree.
It would be nice to sing carols again.
He sighed as he puffed along on his important mission. Thomas had to go down the line through Edward Station to pick up the tree. The Fat Controller had said that Thomas had to be back by tea time. Thomas picked up the tree safely and set off on the return journey.
I mustn't be late. The Fat Controller is relying on me.
But it had been snowing again. Large snowdrifts lay ahead, and Thomas was not wearing his snowplow. He whistled bravely and tried to make his way through. He ran into a snowdrift and tried to turn his wheels, but it was no good. He was stuck. Suddenly, the wind blew the snow all over him. Thomas was snowed under. Back at the station, it had been snowing too. The workmen rushed to fetch their shovels to clear a path for the visitors. The other engines waited for Thomas to come back. They waited and waited.
Perhaps he's stuck in a tunnel somewhere.
Henry let off steam indignantly.
Pooh. He's much more likely to have been turned onto the branch line.
Anything's possible with the wee lad. For all we knew, he probably could have run into a queue.
The engines all began arguing with each other, but it wasn't until the Fat Controller came to stop the noise.
Silence! We know that Thomas collected the tree safely, but the snow has brought down the telephone wires. We must assume that Thomas is stranded near Edward Station.
The engines all felt sorry for poor Thomas.
We're not going to leave them, are we, sir?
Certainly not. I will need 2 volunteers to go and find Thomas.
All the engines hooted at once. They all wanted to help to rescue Thomas. The twins, Donald and Douglas, were chosen for the job. Quickly, the men fetched the snowplows, and the driver and fireman checked each one to see that everything was ready for the journey. Soon, Donald and Douglas set off to the rescue, feeling cold but confident. Good luck, the other engines whistled as the twins left the yard. At the junction, they met Toby, Percy, and Duck.
The Fat Controller just cancelled all trains until Thomas is found. So take care.
Come back safely with Thomas and the missing Christmas tree.
Percy gave a final blast on his whistle for good luck. Donald and Douglas puffed bravely on, but the snow was now getting thicker. They struggled through Edward's station. Donald wanted to stop for a rest, but Douglas wouldn't let him.
What if Thomas is lying hurt somewhere?
Great snowdrifts lay across Gordon's Hill. Again and again, Donald and Douglas forced their snowplows into the deep snow, and each time they managed to move slowly forward. Then they drew back and paused for breath.
What's that? I can hear something.
Very faintly, there came a muffled cry.
Dougie, your imagination's playing tricks on you, laddie. It's probably just the wind.
No, listen.
Och, it's Thomas!
Come on, let's get him out.
The poor wee engine must be frozen to the frames in there.
The men began to dig the snow away. Thomas's driver and fireman, who had taken shelter in a nearby cottage, came out to help too. It wasn't long before they had dug Thomas and the missing Christmas tree out of the snow. Thomas was very pleased to see the twins, but he was feeling cold and miserable. The men cobbled him up behind Donald and Douglas, and they all set off on their return journey home. When the engines arrived at the station, everyone gave Thomas such a warm welcome that he began to feel quite cheerful again. The Christmas tree was quickly unloaded, put in its tub, and decorated for the carol concert. There was a great rush to get the station ready, and by the time the mayor and visitors came crowding in, everything looked splendid. The Fat Controller stood in front of the engines.
As a reward for all your hard work, you may go and enjoy the carols. Be quick now.
Yes, sir.
James let off steam because he was so pleased.
Whee!
The Fat Controller paused.
Kindly remember that this is a special occasion. Be on your best behavior, and I want no, wishing, please.
The engines took their place at the carol concert.
1, 2, 3.
And suddenly, as if by magic, the station was flooded with light, and there was the Christmas tree, decorated with colored lamps, stars, and lights. Then the Fat Controller shouted,
3 cheers for Thomas the Tank Engine and his friends!
Everyone clapped and cheered. The engines were delighted. James was so excited that he let out a great whee! Everyone laughed, and this time, not even the Fat Controller seemed to mind. Suddenly, there was a strange whirring noise, and it seemed to be coming from the sky, and there, with his landing lights shining brightly, was Harold the helicopter. He came down gently in the snow, and out stepped a figure wearing a red cloak.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, everyone!
Everyone cheered. It was Father Christmas! He handed out presents to the children and thanked the engines for rescuing Thomas and saving the missing Christmas tree.
Happy Christmas, Thomas, and to all your friends. You are all very useful engines. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
The carol party was a great success. Afterwards, Thomas and Percy went back to the shed together.
It's no fun getting stuck in the snow. but it was worth it for the party. Happy Christmas, Percy. Happy Christmas, everyone.